This is the tragic and unsettling story of Gene Hackman and his wife, Betsy Arakawa, a story that shocked Hollywood and left investigators piecing together the final days of a legendary actor. On February 26, 2025, the bodies of Oscar-winning actor Gene Hackman and his wife, classical pianist Betsy Arakawa, were discovered in their Santa Fe, New Mexico home. Investigators later determined that Hackman, 95, had died of natural causes related to heart disease on February 18th, while Arakawa, 65, had passed away a week earlier on February 11th due to complications from hantavirus pulmonary syndrome.
So you got here and saw that the door was open, right? And saw her.
Yeah.
You guys both did.
We're just trying to, because who they are, I don't have one on me. I just want to keep this limited as much as possible, because once this gets out, you know how this is going to turn with the, So we got to figure out what's going on first. My concern is carbon monoxide.
One bottom, one on the top floor. German Shepherd's guarding her. Last contact with them was by phone 2 weeks ago with these three individuals up here.
You're gonna go in the house.
Nobody went in the house, right? Nobody went in?
No, nobody went in.
No, EMTs went in.
EMTs were the first ones.
They were
in.
very brief. Just
brief. And I told them we we're supposed to go in, and they were like, okay, because I was like, he could be in there. We don't know. I've got a way to get a hold of his kids, and so a friend of theirs, I got a hold of him. He's got a hold of the lady that's in charge of the estate, and she's saying that she just talked to Betsy a couple of days ago, so I don't see how, but she wants you to call her.
Yeah, we will. We're just trying to, because who they are, I don't have one on me. I just want to keep this limited as much as possible, because once this gets out, you know how this is going to turn with the, So we got to figure out what's going on first. My concern is a carbon monoxide issue
Kelly,
right now.
yeah, she knows.
So I want to have them
Joey,
test.
do you want to come up here? Because I'm going to need help with the dogs, and you can give them this
So her
information.
family's been notified, okay? They know what's happened up here. Her family.
Right.
He has a couple of kids, that from previous. They didn't have any kids together.
Okay, well,
we just now found a way to get in contact.
Right, let's just try to limit.
I
was telling everyone, we were telling the EMT guys, look, you guys, please don't tell anybody. So anyone that I'm involving is close, because I worked for him for 16 years. Everything is tight.
I've worked for him for 28, and the bottom line was, don't ever mention our name.
A rare respiratory illness caused by exposure to infected rodents. The timeline suggests that Hackman may not have been aware of his wife's death in the days leading up to his own, as he was in the advanced stages of Alzheimer's disease. The discovery of their bodies occurred after a maintenance worker, who had not heard from the couple in weeks, entered the home and immediately called emergency services. In a 911 call later obtained by the BBC, the worker was audibly distressed, describing how he found the two bodies inside the house. When police arrived, they found Hackman's remains in a side room near the kitchen, while Arakawa was located in a bathroom. A German Shepherd dog owned by the couple was also found dead in a bathroom closet near Arakawa. Authorities initially deemed the deaths suspicious enough to warrant a full investigation. The front door of the property was found open when the maintenance worker arrived, and the condition of the bodies suggested they had been deceased for a significant period. Sheriff Aden Mendoza noted that Arakawa's body showed signs of decomposition and mummification in the hands and feet, while Hackman's remains exhibited similar signs of prolonged exposure to the elements within the home. However, despite the suspicious nature of the discovery, no evidence of forced entry or struggle was found inside the residence. There were no signs of missing items or disturbances that might indicate foul play.
And saw that the door was open, right? And saw her.
Yeah.
You guys both did.
Yeah, we walked right in that side. We checked the door on that side. It was locked on me. He said, this door is never locked. So then we kept walking, and I seen something laying there. I thought it was animals that she has. No, the last time I seen them was probably around the 8th of February, going in and out.
Okay.
That's like about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks.
2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
I would communicate with her pretty much on a weekly basis.
2.5 weeks ago,
that stopped.
So all about the same time.
Did they find gas or anything?
There was no initial detection, but we have windows open and such as New Mexico gas coming out.
Oh, awesome. Good.
So yeah, just bear with us. It may be a little bit.
Oh, no problem.
Be tight.
We're here for whatever you need. There she is. There's the dog.
Yeah.
Nobody
went in? No, nobody went
No EMTs went in.
EMTs were the first one.
They were very brief. Just
brief. And I told them we're supposed to go in, and they were like, okay, because I was like, he could be in there. We don't know. She wants you to call her.
Yeah, we will. We're just trying to, because who they are. I don't have one on me. I just want to keep this limited.
Oh yeah,
as much as possible, because once this gets out, you know how this is going to turn with,
All right. So on the death notification, you notified the two daughters. Do you have their name?
Two daughters. One was going to be Elizabeth,
And I'm going to just make sure I have the name. One.
Leslie.
Elizabeth and Leslie.
Yes, I spoke with Leslie directly. She stated that she was with Elizabeth at that time whenever I told her that this that occurred today. And I spoke with Chris, who does business with Betsy, and he's also there with Yoshi Feaster, that was identified to be Betsy's mom, and he relayed the message over to her of our findings of today, just given that she's older and she didn't really speak too well of English, so all family members are aware of what's going on.
Do you know if Betsy has any children? Or you don't know?
Betsy, as far as I'm aware right now, doesn't have any children.
Okay.
Everything that, whenever I spoke to the head of the state for Betsy and Gene.
Authorities conducted thorough tests, including carbon monoxide poisoning assessments, but the results were negative. The local utility company found no evidence of a gas leak, and the fire department detected no indications of carbon monoxide exposure. Near Arakawa's body, investigators found a portable heater that had apparently fallen over, but it was unclear whether this played any role in her death. An open prescription bottle and scattered pills were found on a nearby bathroom countertop, but authorities determined that they were common medications for thyroid issues and high blood pressure. Hackman was discovered wearing gray tracksuit bottoms, a blue long-sleeve t-shirt, and brown slippers, with sunglasses and a walking cane nearby, leading investigators to suspect that he may have suffered a sudden fall. In the weeks following the discovery, additional details emerged through released police bodycam footage. One clip showed a conversation between officers and the maintenance worker who discovered the bodies. The worker, visibly emotional, described Hackman as a normal person and Arakawa as a sweetheart, expressing his heartbreak over their deaths. Another clip captured discussions about the state of the home and potential causes of death, with one individual speculating about a possible carbon monoxide leak. However, investigators later ruled out this possibility. Further complicating the case was the condition of the couple's 3 dogs. While 2 were found alive, one inside the house and one outside, another, a German shepherd named Zinfandel, nicknamed Zinna, was found dead less than 15 feet from Arakawa in a closet. A necropsy report from the New Mexico Department of Agriculture's Veterinary Diagnostic Services later confirmed that the dog had died from dehydration and starvation. Hackman's daughter, Leslie Ann Hackman, spoke publicly about her father's health, stating that he had been in very good physical condition despite his advanced age.
How old is he?
He just turned 95. I just had a birthday like a couple weeks ago.
And she's how old?
That's 60, late 60s.
Does she, do they get out a bunch, or?
Oh yeah, I see him every day. Going in and out.
Okay.
He always gives me, because I always buy vehicles. Listen, guys, it's time for a brand new vehicle. All the time. He would drive by and wave, and her too, all the time.
Yeah.
Every day they'd be going in and out. They seem happy, but they go in different cars.
What time does this lady work till?
They're down there at the gatehouse. They're down at the gatehouse now.
Do you want to call her and see if she can at least get see if she can kind of just look up the last time that they were in and out of the gate?
Probably the 8th February.
What's
I
today?
think,
Last contact I had with her was 2.5 weeks ago. And we've been working on the fire suppression from up in here. She's worried about fires. 2.5.
So you got here and saw that the door was open, right? And saw her.
And
You guys both did.
Yeah, he walked down on that side, checked the door on that side. It was locked, and he said, this door is never locked.
Part of what was released by the Santa Fe County Sheriff's Office were conversations between deputies and Hackman's daughter, Elizabeth, about what to do with the dog that passed. In that phone call, Elizabeth tells deputies to cremate the dog that was found dead inside the home and to bury it with Betsy Arakawa. The daughter also says if the dog was wearing a collar, to save it for her. She later asked for the 2 living dogs to be passed along to a family friend.
Elizabeth?
We also have a conversation that Elizabeth had with a deputy on the phone about what to do with the $3.3 million mansion that her father owned in Santa Fe. Told her he does cover his body camera during the conversation on the phone.
She emphasized that he had not undergone any major surgeries in recent months and maintained an active lifestyle, practicing Pilates and yoga several times a week. She credited Arakawa for keeping him healthy and described their marriage as wonderful. However, the revelation that Hackman had been in the advanced stages of Alzheimer's disease raised questions about his final days and whether he fully comprehended his wife's passing before his own death. A contractor who had worked for the couple provided additional insight into the discovery of their bodies. He recalled that he had not been in contact with Hackman or Arakawa for approximately 3 weeks, which was unusual. Initially, he suspected that Arakawa might have been upset with him over a misunderstanding and had chosen not to respond. However, after speaking with other associates who had also failed to reach the couple, he grew increasingly concerned. He eventually contacted Arakawa's mother to request a wellness check. The contractor described the moment he found Arakawa's body, expressing deep sadness over their deaths. "I was close to them both, and they treated me like gold for 16 years. He said, "I'm major heartbroken over this." His testimony, along with that of other individuals close to the couple, painted a picture of 2 deeply private individuals who lived quietly in their Santa Fe home. In the aftermath of their deaths, a New Mexico court issued a temporary restraining order blocking the release of certain investigation records. The order prevented the Santa Fe County Sheriff's Office and the Office of the Medical Investigator from disclosing photographs or videos showing Hackman and Arakawa's bodies, the interior of their home, or any images of deceased animals found at the scene. The ruling aimed to protect the dignity of the deceased and respect the privacy of their loved ones. The deaths of Gene Hackman and Betsy Arakawa marked the end of a life shared in relative seclusion. Hackman, known for his roles in films such as The French Connection, The Conversation, and Unforgiven, had retired from acting in 2004, choosing to live a quiet life away from Hollywood. He and Arakawa had been married since 1991 and maintained a private existence in New Mexico, rarely making public appearances. Despite initial suspicions, authorities ultimately concluded that both Hackman and Arakawa died of natural causes, with no foul play involved. The circumstances surrounding their passing, particularly the isolation of their final days, highlighted the vulnerability of aging individuals living in seclusion. While Hackman's heart disease and Alzheimer's complications contributed to his death, Arakawa's passing from hantavirus pulmonary syndrome was an unexpected and tragic element in the case. As friends, family, and fans mourned the loss of a Hollywood legend, Hackman's daughters, along with fellow actors and directors, paid tribute to his life and career. Clint Eastwood, a longtime friend and collaborator, described Hackman as one of the greatest actors of our time and expressed sorrow over his passing. Others remembered him not only for his talent, but for his humility and dedication to his craft. The deaths of Gene Hackman and Betsy Arakawa, though tragic, underscored the importance of checking in on elderly loved ones, especially those who live in isolation. Their story serves as a somber reminder of life's fragility, even for those who once seemed larger than life on the silver screen. If you want to see more interesting videos like this, then don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching our video.